You're listening to the Options Insider Radio Network. For more quality options programs, visit www.theoptionsinsider.com or search for Options Insider Radio Network in your podcast provider of choice. Listeners can also access all of our programming through our mobile app, available in iTunes and on Google Play.
Welcome to the Hot Options Report, your premier source for insight into the fast-moving options market. Each day, we'll track down the products that are dominating the options chains and impacting your trading account, from Nvidia to VIX and everything in between. If it's lighting up the options tape, then you'll find it on the Hot Options Report.
All right, everybody, let's kick off this new trading year in style with your first Hot Options Report for the will it be wild, will it be wonderful, will it be whimsical year of 2026? I guess we'll find out together. My name, of course, Mark Longo from the OptionsInsider.com, as well as on the network upon which all of you folks are mainlining right now. Remember, if you want to check out all this data for yourselves, the HotOptionsReport.com is the place to go to kick the tires and light the fires. You can't beat the data, and you can't beat the price. Let's see if we can beat the volume that kicked off the trading year, listeners. Was it a hot day? Did the market start out with a bang for this new year of 2026? The answer was, it was respectable. 678,000 contracts is what it cost you to break into the top 10. That gets us to our old pal Netflix. Selling off a little bit today, selling off $2.78, closing a couple cents shy of the 91 level, off nearly 3% on the day. And the hot option in Netflix today, 28,000 of the 95 calls expiring pretty much today. This was a 0-day trade, listeners. Average price for these, about almost 3 cents. So this was opening flow, and it looks like they probably bought them. So on the downside, they threw away 3 cents. On the upside, it was only 3 cents. So hopefully they live to fight another day, listeners. Let's keep climbing up to number 9. It's our old pal Intel. Intel going out today, $39.38, up nearly $2.50 or 6.75%. So a good day for Intel, putting up 682,000 contracts, listeners, for the number 9 spot out there today. And what was the hot option in Intel today? 32,000 of the 40 calls expiring today. These went up closer to mid-market for average price of about 11 to 12 cents. So let's hope they overwrote these, listeners. This was opening paper as well today. Given where it went out, obviously, much rather be a seller than a buyer of those as we keep climbing, listeners, all the way up to number 8 to find our old pal Micron. Micron closing today, $315.42, gaining $30, almost exactly, or about 10.5%. So good day for good old Micron. Micron coming in number 8, 718,000 contracts today, listeners. And the hot option in a very hot day in Micron today, listeners, 69, almost 70,000 of the 315s expiring today. Average price for these, 51 cents. This was opening flow, listeners, but they went out worth 42 cents. So you lost 9 cents, but on the flip side, you kept 42 of it, so you keep fighting another day, listeners, as we keep climbing up to number 7. It's AMD, closing today, $223.47, rallying almost $10, $9.31, or about 4 1/3%, closing $223.47, listeners. So a hot day for AMD. 753,000 contracts, so just north of 750,000 contracts, and we're only at number 7. So this is a pretty hot start to the year. A lot of people had to get their options in to kick off the year, listeners. The hot option in AMD today, 66,000 of the 225s expiring today. Average price for these, $1.12. So you know the deal here. If you paid anything for these, listeners, not exactly a happy camper if you rode them through the close. If you sold them, a little bit of a better start to the trading year for you. Number 6, the old pal, the Monster. Well, the Monster clawing back some life today, closing 157.16, up about 5 1/4 or nearly 3.5%. Good for 817,000 contracts. And the number 6 spot today, listeners, the hot option in the Monster today, 44,000 of the 160s. Once again, expiring today. Average price for these, 33 cents. And once again, if you paid anything for these and rode them through the close, not exactly a happy camper, listeners. Let's keep climbing to number 5, our old pal, the Fruit Company. Was it a happy day in Apple land? The answer was no. Selling off 85 cents, closing right around 271 exactly. Coming in at 861,000 contracts for the number 5 spot, listeners. The hot option in Apple today, 60,000 almost exactly of the 275 calls. Average price for these, 57 cents, listeners. That looks like a bit of an ouchie. These were expiring today. This was opening flow. If you did indeed buy these and rode them through the close, a bit of a pricey start to the new year for you. As we keep climbing to number 4, the Amazonians. Were they climbing today? The answer was no. They sold off $4.32, closing $226.50, off nearly 2%, about 1.9% for them. Putting up 972,000 contracts for the number 4 spot. The hot option in the Amazonians today, 55,000 of the 227 half calls expiring today. Average price for these, 40 cents. Once again, exactly $1 out of the money calls. So anything you paid for these if you rode them into the close. Not exactly a happy camper, but on the flip side, if you sold them, you are smiling to start the year. As we keep climbing to number 3, Palantir. Are they smiling to start the year? The answer is a resounding no, listeners. Palantir getting whacked nearly $10. $9.89 to a level we haven't seen in a while. $167.86 for Palantir, off 5.5% today, listeners. Putting up 1.18 million contracts for the number 3 spot. So definitely a dense top to our top 10 today, listeners. The top 5 putting up some numbers. And what was the hot option in Palantir today? 35, almost 36,000 of the 180s. Now, these are not expiring today before you jump to conclusions. These are expiring next week. So you have a whole week. Average price for these, though, $1.20, which is looking kind of rough right now, but you do have a whole week as we keep climbing to number 2. Our old pal Nvidia climbing back to life a little bit today as well. 188.85 up 235, or about 1.25% for the number 2 spot, with 2.85 million contracts. So a pretty impressive start to the year for Nvidia, all things considered. The hot option in Nvidia today, 347,000 of the 190s expiring today. Average price for these, 73 cents. This was opening flow, so if you did buy them and ride them through the close, not exactly looking great. Looks like a good chunk of them might have been a sale, so in which case, they are happier campers to start the new year. And our number 1 spot, you know what it is. It's Tesla. Were they happy campers to start the year? The answer was no. Deliveries for Q4 for Tesla on the EV side, not looking great, listeners. The stock taking a hit, 438.07 off 1165, or about 2.6%. So gone, at least for now, is the talk of the 450s, 460s, 480s, and certainly the pars, the 500s. Not going to be lighting it up out there today, listeners. But it was lighting up in terms of options volume. 3.54 million contracts for the number 1 spot today. The hot option in Tesla land looks like it was 179,000 of the 440 puts expiring today. Average price for these, $1.25, listeners. So once again, if you were buying these bad boys, not bad. They went out worth nearly $2, about $1.93. If you were selling them, maybe a little bit of a rougher start to the year. Either way, that is going to do it for us on the old hot options report for today and for our first trading day of the new year. Again, if you want to check out any of this data we touched on the show, or a whole bunch we didn't have time to get to, thehotoptionsreport.com is the place to go. It's great data. Kick the tires and light the fires. You're going to thank us once you check it out. We'll see you back here on Monday to start the full trading week of the year with another episode of the Hot Options Report. And stay safe out there, everybody.
You're listening to the Options Insider Radio Network. For more quality options programs, visit www.theoptionsinsider.com or search for Options Insider Radio Network in your podcast provider of choice. Listeners can also access all of our programming through our mobile app, available in iTunes and on Google Play.